Senator, I don't know that a decision was made at that meeting.
Well, how can you be sure you made the decision?
Senator, I recall making the decision I recall making the decision.
When?
Sir, I don't recall when the decision was made.
Okay. We may go back to that. Senator Schumer.
Thank you.
Count on it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
And I will ask, again, I will advise the people in the audience, this is a serious matter. Out of respect both for the Senate and the Attorney General, I would ask not to have any displays of either approval or disapproval. You're certainly going to have plenty of time to state that publicly, one way or the other, to the press, but not here.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Attorney General. First, I want to just go back to an interchange that you had a couple of minutes ago. You told Senator Feinstein that Carol Lam was, quote, these are your words, acutely aware of the department's concerns about her immigration enforcement. Now let me read to you a portion of Mr. Sampson's public testimony on March 29th. He said, quote, I'm not suggesting that someone did give Carol Lam notice. These are his words. I think we did not give. No one, to my knowledge, talked to Carol Lam about the concerns we had in the leadership of the department about her office's immigration enforcement. Now, this is Kyle Sampson, the man you said was at the center of the whole decision-making process, saying she was not given notice, and yet a few minutes ago you told Senator Feinstein that she was, quote, acutely aware.
Notice of
what?
Which is right. Notice of what, Senator?
Notice, both cases, of immigration enforcement.
Senator,
both.
I'm not going to characterize Mr. Sampson's testimony. What I will tell you is what I recall, and I will tell you what I've learned from looking at the documents. And I believe that in looking at the documents, there was communication with Ms. Lam about how she was doing with respect to immigration. There was a lot of communication by members of Congress with Ms. Lam about immigration. And so she was aware that there was some concern, certainly an interest, about how she was doing in immigration. Otherwise, why would we contact her?
Senator Feinstein just informs me Carol Lam was not aware of the immigration of the Justice Department's views on her prosecution of immigration. Kyle Sampson says she was not aware, and you are saying that the department made her aware, and this is what we've been through all morning. The people that we have interviewed, whether it's Kyle Sampson or Mercer or Battle, have contradictory statements as to what you say. Now, I am sure when the department has trouble with the U.S. attorney, they don't tell a congressman to go tell her. Which is right?
Senator, I recall that sitting in a meeting, concerned about Ms. Lam, and saying that those numbers needed to change. And I expected that information to be communicated. Now, Ms. Lam may not have been told that, in fact, if you don't change your policies, there's going to be a change. But I believe, looking at the documents, and I never spoke to her directly, but I believe, looking at the documents, that she had knowledge, that there was certainly an interest about her immigration numbers. And why would we have an interest? But for the fact that we were concerned about those numbers. Okay,
Kyle Sampson said no one told her. She said no one told her.
No one told her what? No one told her that if that there was any interest or concern, or no one told her that if you don't change, you're going to be removed.
I'll yield to my colleague.
If I may, Attorney General, Carol Sampson said she was never spoken to by
Carol Lam.
Excuse me. Carol Lam said she was never spoken to by the department about their concern on her immigration.
Now, let me just say, Mr. Attorney General, this is a serious hearing. You've had months to prepare. The U.S. attorney in question says she wasn't spoken to. Kyle Sampson, at public testimony, not the private transcripts, not a private conversation, says the same.
Senator, I did not say that Ms. Lam was aware that if her numbers didn't change, we would ask her to resign. What I said was that she was aware of the concerns and certainly the interest that we had about her performance. There's no question about that. If you look at the letters, if you look at the email communication, there is no question about that.
I'm going to move on. I think the record will state just what we have stated, that she doesn't believe she was talked to, and Kyle Sampson doesn't believe she was talked to about immigration concerns. That was Senator Feinstein's question. That's what Carol Lam said. That's what Kyle Sampson did. But I'm going to move on.
Why would members of Congress send her letters about her immigration performance?
Sir.
Why would they want to have meetings with her? Why would we send her communications about immigration? Because there was concern about her numbers.
Is it general policy of the Department of Justice when they have problems with a U.S. attorney to let a Congress member tell them that something's wrong? Or is the department supposed to communicate directly with the U.S. attorney?
Here's what I'll say. I think we should have done a better job in communicating with Ms. Lam. I think we should have done a better job in communicating with all of these United States attorneys. I've already conceded that, and that's one of the things that we're going to institutionalize moving forward.
But, sir, the issue goes beyond that. It goes to who's telling the truth around here.
No,
you are saying, you said a minute ago, she was told. She is saying, Kyle Sampson is saying she was not told. It's beyond doing a better job. It's getting to the real truth in a hearing where you've had a month to prepare, where all of these things are public. It's a key question, and it's still an answer that contradicts what others have said. But I'm going to move on because I have limited time. This is about another issue.